Attention, everybody. The views expressed on the show are not necessarily those of X Ministry, X Media Group, and or their affiliate and subordinate ministries and or nonprofits. Here we go. Good morning! Coming to you live from Axe Media Group headquarters here in the beautiful Springfield, Missouri. It's the Morning Drive with Matt and Jay with your hosts, Matt and Jay. Steve's not here today, so we're kind of sad about that, but that's all right. It'll be your Monday. Yay!
Oh, hey, we started.
You didn't know that? But did the starting music give it away?
No.
No?
But that's all changed. That's all changed. And you said this captain.
All right, good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Morning Drive with Matt and Jay. My name is Matt,
My name is Jay.
and we're glad to have everybody with us today. Now, today's show was titled, it's not Pride, it's Pride. Now, what we're going to talk about on that, we don't know yet. But I can tell you what for sure, we'll find out what we're going to talk about when we find out what we're going to talk about.
Are you sure you want to talk about this?
What, Pride?
Mm.
How it's a very dangerous thing. Good morning, Becky Code, Jeremiah Humans, joining us on Facebook. Well, let me pop up our YouTube here.
Because when I think of pride, I think of me. I'm a prideful person.
What?
Yes, very.
McDennis Everson. He said, I'm proud of you guys. Well done. Thank you, Dennis Everson. It's Mick Deverson is what he goes by. Mick Deverson.
McDeverson. How many
Of the Mick
How many
Deverson
does he
clan.
have?
He has like 6 or 7. I think he just likes to throw us off a bit.
It's time for a commercial.
Is it really?
Yeah. Good morning, Steve Schultz.
Already? Time for a commercial? You know what that means? That means I got to pull up something.
We're
here.
proud of you, too. I haven't watched any of them, and I'm ashamed of that. I just don't have the time. You'd think I would have time.
Well, you were here when we recorded them, so.
Well, no. Have you seen all the postings that he's doing?
Dennis? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, all the teaching.
Yep.
He's amassing a great body of work. I'm telling you, check out Axe Media Group.
Kelly Cosby, we will call you here in just a little bit. Yesterday, I didn't even see you on here. We'll be doing whether or not today.
Yeah, so it's a commercial. Check out Axe Media Group. You can donate there. You can check out our YouTube, Axe Media Group on YouTube, Axe Media Group on Facebook. You can go to axemediagroup.com. We have a lot of stuff on there for you,
Yeah.
There's a lot of really great videos. You can watch our shows, which we have. How many different shows do we have right now?
5, 6, 7, 8, no, maybe like 10 different
So there's like 10 shows a week or
Yeah.
12.
Yeah, well, more than that if you count us every day.
Yeah, and then Dennis Everson is posting a lot.
So you're looking
of
at 20 shows a
teaching.
week, 23 shows a week.
Yeah, there's a lot there for you, so check it out. We also have the Real News Review. Jim Weining's been putting a lot of articles up there. Dr. Paul Collins puts them up there. You can go to church with Axe Ministry Church,
Yeah.
which is at the Maranatha Chapel.
Maranatha Chapel.
On which days and what times?
That's on the first and third Sunday, starting from 2 p.m., going till at the latest 4.
Yeah. So it's a really, it's an incredible ministry.
Incredible.
They're involved, they support autism.
Autism awareness.
Yeah, and Jim Weining is firsthand knowledge of that, and that's
Yep.
why he's such a great and knowledgeable supporter of that. He can really tell you a lot about it and ways that you can volunteer to help, even not to commit to volunteering and seeking it out. But when you in your life come across somebody who's dealing with that kind of issue in their family, you might have a little bit of
Laura
knowledge about
Baumgartner?
some small way you can help or a small contribution that you can
Morning, Scott.
make. You might come across somebody who's dealing with that in their family, and you'll be equipped with some
Resources.
the knowledge that you'll be equipped with knowledge that will give you the ability to help a family in need in a small way to you. That's a big way to them.
To them.
And that's a great way to equip people, in our modern world, people struggle with time, you know, and all of the different things and plans of their own. But when you can contribute in some very small way, that's a small sacrifice to yourself, can be such a big contribution to somebody like that.
Yeah.
So that's just autism. They have Veterans Church. They have what else? What else is it? We support the prison release ministry.
Yeah.
There's that at Crosswalk of Hope, and there's a bunch of other ministries.
There's a
that are
Veterans
involved as
Church
well.
on Thursday nights, and every second and fourth Sunday here from 2 to 4.
Yeah.
At the office, right here,
These
here.
are all
folks.
volunteers too. People who have just committed their lives to doing the work of God, because Jesus Christ was sent here by the Father to redeem us, because
Yep.
He loved us so much that He
Morning, Billy Burris.
that He loved us so much that He gave His only Son.
That whosoever believeth in him should not perish, but have everlasting life.
He did not come into the world to condemn the world, but to save it
Yep.
through Him.
The world might be saved through him.
Now, why wouldn't a righteous and just God, righteousness, no sin, nothing, righteousness, purity, a God like that, who is also just and must punish sin, why would He take His only Son and put Him in our place?
If he didn't love us that much.
He loves us, and He wants us. Your value to Him is so great that He would give His Son to redeem you.
Yep.
And these are the people that are volunteering through Acts, and they've committed their works to the Lord, and God bless them for it. And I want to bless them too as much as I can, which is very little right now. I want to be as generous as I can. And you can be generous too. Go to axmediagroup.com, make a contribution, however small it may be. It is a big contribution, to us
All right.
and to those who have done so much with no support.
Well, how did I do that?
Anyway, that's the end of that commercial, right? Did you put up a banner
Yep.
for Axe Media Group?
I sure did.
All right.
Sure
So,
did, brother.
and we're talking about pride today. I'm a prideful person, very prideful.
What? No way.
Yeah, I see it in so many ways. I don't know if other people would think I'm crazy for seeing it, but I'm riding in traffic and I'm thinking the world revolves around me. Too many things go wrong, and I'm like, what? Did they advertise that I was going to be here so that everybody could come and get in my way? Why is it that the people in front of me want to go 5 miles under the speed limit and the people behind me want to go 5 miles over?
Yeah.
It's like I'm in the way no matter where I go, and people are trying to, kill me.
People are trying to kill you.
Yeah.
Well, don't let them kill you, Jay.
Hey, I'm
Put a real damper on the
talking
day,
about
Jay.
pride here, bro.
Yeah, we don't want them to kill you, Jay.
Right.
That would, don't let your pride get you killed.
Right. So I start getting mad about how other people are driving, and really it has nothing to do with me. But I take it personal as though it does. I think that's pride.
Yeah.
That's holding yourself in a higher place than you really
But then you really should be.
are.
Yeah.
That's a misconception.
Well, the scripture says don't think of yourself higher than you ought.
Yeah.
Because if you do, you're going to be laid low, man.
Yeah.
All right, so I know a lot of people, and this is why I'm really glad that I don't make a whole ton of money or whatever.
Yeah.
I definitely make enough to get my bills paid and stuff like that, so praise God for that.
Amen. There are a lot of people who love and worship God and have committed themselves in their works to the Lord,
Yeah.
who don't have anything, who are have a negative balance at the end of it all, and that creates a hole that keeps getting deeper. So that is really a blessing.
Let me see here.
And it's unearned. You know what I mean? It's one that God gives freely.
How's your car going? How is things going for your car, Jay?
I still have to arrange to meet with one of our listeners, who's the one who's facilitating all of this. It's Larry Melton, and I have to meet with him so that he can go over with me what they're going to do. And I suppose that's also because there can't be a guarantee of what the results are going to be.
Right,
if they've
right.
missed something or they've misdiagnosed something, that won't fix it, and they can't be
Now,
responsible.
what we can
for
do
that.
is we can buy about 10 pounds of tannerite, prepare it right, and put it in the door.
Well, just the carcass with none of the mechanics on the vehicle are good enough to keep. So that wouldn't be good. It would be fun.
You know, tannerite. You know what tannerite is?
It's an explosive.
Well, I guess technically, I mean it. I don't think that it qualifies as an explosive.
You know, I don't really look into these things, Matt.
But
I
you
don't-
know,
I don't-
you
I
can
don't
put
study
about
these things.
I don't know 5-10 pounds of tannerite in the door of a car or something, and shoot it with a high velocity round, and it expands very rapidly.
Those things interest me, but more in their molecular or their atomic structures. You know, when it's frozen and their
So
atomic
naked.
structure, you know, the atoms and the nucleus.
Strip
and
them down.
the nucleus and the the ions
don't-
and all that stuff slow down, and it's
Morning, Linda
molecular
Fleetwood.
structure is still the same, but its atomic structure is not moving the same way. Like a piece of steel, its molecular structure doesn't change when it's frozen. Its atomic structure does. That's why if you put it in liquid nitrogen and then drop it, it'll break.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
It's not because its molecular structure has changed. It's because its atomic structure has changed.
What about an atomic structure? I guess everything has anatomy.
So that's how I'm interested in those kinds of things. But what is this tannerite again? How do we do this tannerite and blow up the Jeep?
Well,
I think
Well,
we should do your car as a
when you
test
put it
vehicle
like
first,
that, it
though, 'cause
sounds
we wanna
bad.
make sure it's
It sounds bad when you put it like that.
right. And can we freeze it? Will it work the same?
I don't think temperature has an issue with it.
There
There's
might
a-
be a hesitation.
There's these little like beads in it. That's like okay, so it's like a little plastic.
Oh,
jug.
temperature affects it.
It's not like whenever I heard about tannerite, I thought I imagined like C4 or plastic explosives or something like that.
Right.
No, it's all these little
Boy,
like
this is totally going to get banned.
it's these little
This,
plastic
this show won't turn up for a while.
plastic beads that have this little pouch that you did in there, and you put the lid back on. You shake it up till it all turns like a dark gray,
Right.
and
is
then
it still beads or is it dissolved?
flame doesn't cause it to expand. It happens on a nuclear level.
Does it?
Yes, on a nucleus-level, whatever you said. An atomic level, it happens. Okay, so
Atomic meaning the atoms and
Yes,
how the
yes.
nucleus and the
like
electrons.
you can shoot
and
it
the-
with a low-velocity handgun, and it won't do anything. It'll just go right through it. You
Yeah.
shoot it with a high velocity, something that goes at the speed of sound.
So it's the shock wave.
Yes, and that causes a molecular response, causing everything to expand outward.
Now,
Not
molecular
flame.
is its actual structure, what it is made up of.
Yeah. Now it's not.
Atomic is how the
From what I
atoms.
understand, it's
move.
not flame. It's all just rapid expansion.
rapid
is what
expansion.
what's
But
what-
there's got to be some friction involved in that. That would create heat and flame.
I don't know. Let's do
You'd
some more
think.
research on it.
Yeah,
'Cause
because when things
anybody can buy
expand
tannerite.
at such a high rate, it's like friction. Just the air has friction.
I think you have to be at least 21 to buy tannerite, but
Why would you?
for target practice.
What else do you need it for,
For
though? What
target
is
practice.
it used for? What is it? What is its purpose? It has this alternative purpose that would be cool, but what is its actual utilitarian purpose?
Stephanie Brown, good morning. What is the purpose of tannerite? That is a good question. Does anybody here know what the original intention for tannerite was?
Like bleach. It wasn't made to clean clothes. It was made to defoliate trees and cause all of a person's mucous membranes to just oversaturate and suffocate you. It was a war
Yeah,
chemical.
and how it kills plants is it strips it of its chlorophyll. It dyes its chlorophyll, takes the green out of it.
Yeah, it kills them. So that way they can see through the jungle and shoot their enemies.
Yeah,
So that's what it was for. That's what its original uses and purposes were.
really.
Yeah.
What about
They found
Agent
out it
Orange?
bleaches clothes, though.
Yeah, Dad said.
I think it was World War One.
Dad said he used to work at a industrial like laundry service or whatever.
Chlorine gas is what
He
it
had
was.
the chlorine powder, and he said if you dumped pure chlorine powder on just like a dry anything, it'll catch it on fire.
Yeah, gets hot.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's bad stuff.
I used to take and pour bleach in the ketchup and mustard bottles and put the lids on them and set them up on the sink while I was doing dishes. And I always knew when they were ready because they started spurting stuff out of the lids of them. Cause a chemical reaction with the vinegar in the vinegar in the what do you call it? In the ketchup.
Condiments.
Yes, had a chemical reaction with the bleach, causing the.
And so, what would you do with them after? They were ready for what?
Dump them out and clean them.
Oh, so that's how you clean them.
Yeah,
and then what would you use them for after they were clean?
Ketchup and mustard.
Oh, so you'd put more ketchup and mustard in them.
Yeah, yeah. You could completely rinse out the. I mean, it rinses out.
Right. Oh, okay.
It doesn't.
Leave a residue.
No, it doesn't.
Oh.
I made sure.
Residueless.
It's residueless.
So what about pride, though? How does this all involve pride?
Well, I guess we'll come back to that. Pride. You got me started on something, and I was like, hey, you know what we need to do? We need to call Kelly Cosby.
Yeah, it is time.
Get our
It's time.
weekend weather forecast. Let's see what we got here. Kelly Cosby, where are you at? Contacts. Okay. Sorry, I should have had this all pulled up. Kelly Cosby. Boom. Boom.
Is she ready?
Yeah. Well, if she's not ready, she won't answer the phone.
Good morning.
Morning, Kelly. How are you?
Doing real good. How are you?
Good. We're calling to find out whether or not we have a good forecast for this weekend.
Well, for today, you're gonna have isolated thunderstorms.
Isolated thunderstorms.
A high 52.
Ooh,
Low
52.
28.
Low 48. Ooh.
Ooh.
No, 28.
28.
Oh, 28.
Whoa.
Oh.
Ooh.
Tomorrow's gonna be the best day of the whole weekend.
What was that? Sorry, Jay was talking.
I was saying 28.
He's pretending to shiver saying the number 28.
28 is cold.
Saturday will be the best day of the whole weekend.
Yay.
Mostly sunny. High is 62.
All right.
And low of 46.
Really?
Sweet.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, wow, I know.
All right. So is that it for the weekend forecast?
No, on Sunday it'll be mostly cloudy. High 63, low 45.
Oh.
And, see, Monday and Tuesday next week will be rain.
All right. So Monday and Tuesday will be rain.
Yeah. And that's pretty much it. The Northeast got rid of the blizzard yesterday, so now I guess we're in the clear for a couple of days, and I'm gonna be watching California's weather suits coming in and head our way.
All right.
That's the weather.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Kelly. We will talk to you on Monday morning for another Whether or Not segment.
Okay, have a good weekend.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, Dennis Everson.
He gives us the information.
Sodium hypochlorite breaks bonds in the chromophore. Okay, these are big words, Dennis. Or colored portion of the molecule, rendering it colorless. Reducing bleaches also reducing bleaches also exist, which also change chemical bonds and alter how a molecule absorbs light. Chlorine bleach was first used to disinfect water in 1895 for New York City's Croton Reservoir. I think a guy was arrested that first put bleach in the water. Amber Buckley joined us. Welcome to the party.
So I was wrong. Bleach was not used as a defoliant and first used for a defoliant and a chemical weapon.
It can be.
It can be.
Yeah.
It was, but not first used for.
No. I know Agent Orange caused a whole lot of trouble with a whole lot of people.
And did I answer? Okay, so I don't know if Billy Burris asked about the car, but was that when I answered?
That was Steve Schultz asked about the car.
So was it?
Billy Burris didn't ask anything.
Oh, it was Philip Schultz.
Gianna, good morning. No Steve today. Nope.
No, Steve.
Yes, I see your chat. Sorry. I have to pan back and forth between the two because I want to, we're on Facebook and YouTube together.
All right.
Man, I'm having a hard time waking up today, Jay.
Good morning, Matt. How are ways that pride affects us? And
Pride puts
a lot
us-
of times we identify our pride as something else to avoid facing.
The fact that it's wrong.
Yeah.
To be prideful is to put yourself in God's place. You know what I mean?
Dennis, what does pride mean? What's the definition?
We're waiting for Dennis.
Yeah.
Dennis is, what is he, Mr. Answer Man today?
Yes. Every day.
I wonder who, I've got a slip over here of who the guests are going to be on Dr. Paul's show today.
I think pride is to put yourself above everything.
Yeah.
Really.
Pride does so much damage.
Yeah, because it moves you up to the most important thing when really you're not.
Right. It also puts you in a place where you don't need God.
And it also questions God about whether or not he has selected rightly your circumstances,
That's why, the love of money is the root of all evil, because when you have a lot of money, you don't really need God.
Mm-hmm.
Dennis Everson says, good question.
So, what, no answer?
I think
Let's
he
just
did.
say what it is. So pride is, it's a group of animals, of
Lions, cats.
yeah, they're known as prides, and they are very dangerous, and they eat living things.
Keep going. This is great.
And so how that relates to ourselves having pride is that we, run in packs, and we
This is awesome. This is one for the books, folks.
eat other things that are
Yeah.
living. We're living.
Well, I kind of feel like pride is a
That's why
feeling.
it comes before the fall.
Well, I like to think of pride as a feeling or a deep pleasure or satisfaction derived from one's own achievements.
Right.
The achievements of those with whom one is closely associated, or from qualities or possessions that are widely admired. Another thing I would like to think of it as is, consciousness of one's own dignity. He swallowed his pride and asked for help. Synonyms like self-esteem, dignity, honor, self-respect, ego, and more.
So is it an egotistical form of pride that the Bible's referring to, or is it any kind of pride? Because
I
you
think any
mentioned.
kind of pride.
So read that last definition again, because there was something in there that made me think that form of pride is not necessarily.
Consciousness of one's own dignity.
Dignity is not such a bad thing, is it? The Bible also tells us not to let anyone look down upon us.
But it also tells us not to look down on others. So,
Exaltation of self above others. Yeah.
be especially proud of a particular quality or skill. That's another one.
Doesn't it seem to become an attitude problem once you start to feel
A
like
group
maybe
of lions.
you have you've suffered some injustice, like something you don't deserve, or you've suffered some injustice. that
Confidence
someone
and
would-
self-respect as expressed by members of a group, typically one that has been socially marginalized on the basis of their shared identity, culture, and experience. An example, the bridge was lit up in a rainbow colors, symbolic of the LGBT pride. That's one. Um, conscious of one's dignity, the quality of having excessive high opinion of oneself or one's importance. That's the sin of pride.
excessive high importance of oneself. So what would be the not excessive?
Okay, the quality of having being prideful like that is the quality of having an excessively high opinion of one's self or of one's importance.
But what makes a person's opinion of their self accurate, and at what point does it become excessive?
I don't know. But, some of the synonyms, which are things that are relative, arrogance, vanity, self-importance, hubris, which I heard that the other day and thought, that's an interesting word.
What is hubris?
Hubris, it's just like pride. Self-conceit, and more. Now, the antonyms, which are the opposite, are modesty and humility. So that's the way to go, folks.
Don't you think as humans we have a little of both as people?
Yeah, I think we're more consumed by the former than the latter.
I think that does make it coming before
I've
the
always
fall
wanted to use that
pretty
phrase.
easy, because if your idea of yourself is higher than what where you actually are, then you eventually find yourself way up there with nothing to support it. And of course you're going to crash, because then the reality is you've held yourself higher than
And pride
you
does come
are.
before the fall, Linda. You're right. So have you ever been watching like a game show where the person is really smart?
Yeah.
And all right, I'm going to throw a Wheel of Fortune thing out there.
Uh-huh.
And everybody out there that knows Wheel of Fortune, and we grew up watching that as a family. We watched it, we'd always sit down and watch Wheel of Fortune together.
Yeah.
It was like a game. We figured out who could guess it first thing, in the group. Anyways, okay, so the person obviously knows what it is, right?
Right.
They know what the puzzle is, but they keep spinning and just to make more money.
Yeah.
It's confident that they know what it is and getting greedy. Oh, they're
Is
getting
that
greedy.
greed or pride?
That's greedy and it's greed and pride. That's greedy pride is what it is. No, it's probably just greed. But anyways,
Yeah.
they know it. I just wanted to bring this up every single time, because there's always the fall. Now every single time somebody gets greedy like that. I don't know if there's somebody back there with a handbrake on the wheel or not, but every single time someone gets greedy like that, they get bankrupt
Yeah.
and they lose all their money and their turns.
Well, can you have too much humility? Like, in other words, so
I
if
can. I'm
pride,
super humble.
So if pride is excessive opinion of oneself, in other words, having a better opinion of yourself than you deserve, or than what the reality would indicate. You know what I mean? So then, is there a false humility too? I
I've
guess
been
that's why the Lord asks us not to let anyone look down upon us, because we're His children. So I guess that would be having an excess of humility, like saying that you're less than you are,
But we're also not supposed to look down on others either.
right?
We're supposed to love one another.
Well, I'm just trying to figure out where and determine where where pride begins,
Yeah.
and where
I got you, Jana. We'll do a commercial here. I'm looking up I'm looking up a page with some stuff on it. Jana keeps us on schedule with those commercials,
yeah, does she?
Thank you, Jana. We
'Cause
appreciate
she
you.
wants to see those.
Yeah, and I don't know why. Has
She
to
likes them
see my. Well, it's better when Steve's here. I mean,
because it's fun.
well, you and Steve, you guys are both WZ. I should have brought my guitar up. We could have sang another song.
Yeah.
I'm looking for a particular. Well, we haven't talked about milk thistle, probiotics, hemp oil. I'm going to do the hemp oil drops today. I didn't know we had hemp oil drops on there. Is that new, I wonder? Anyways, let's do it. You guys ready for a commercial? Jay, are you ready for a commercial?
I'm ready.
All right, let's go ahead and put that banner up there. NaturalSolutionStore.bz. All right, hey everybody, good morning. Welcome to the show. I'm glad you're here. For some reason, the lighting is a little bit off today, but that's all right. I look like I'm really, really bright. Oh. Well, I guess it looks better.
Looks like
Anyways,
we've lost some viewers.
that's all right. They come and they go.
But that's all.
They'll come back. That's all changed. Anyways, today's show is brought to you by NaturalSolutionStore.bz. Now, today's product I'm going to talk about is, you heard me say it just a few minutes ago, or not even a few minutes, maybe like a minute ago, and I'm talking really fast now. Hemp oil drops. Applications or uses include pain relief, stress, including Crohn's, arthritis, Alzheimer's, and Parkinson's. Content and restrictions and further applications. Each bottle contains 10 grams of hemp oil with 3%, 300 milligrams CBD. A single drop contains 1 milligram of CBD or cannabinol. Cannabidol. I think that, I don't know if that's an N or a D there. The natural product is made without pesticides or herbicides. Each oil drop contains 80% hemp seed oil, omega-3, omega-6, vitamin E, phytocannabinoids, 3% CBD, and also low concentrates of CBD, CBG, CBN, PBS, CNN. Oh, I'm just kidding. I kind of went off the rail there. Terpenes,
.bz.
myrcene, limonene, alpha and beta, okay, so it's got a lot of stuff in it. right.
.bz.
There's a lot of stuff in this, but it's really, really good for you. It's all natural, all herbal. Now, this statement has not been evaluated by the FDA. It's not to be used by pregnant women or women who are lactating, and always consult a physician before changing your diet or using a new food. So, if this sounds like something that you could use, go to www.naturalsolutionstore.bz and pick up a bottle of hemp oil today. Back to you, fellas. Well, thanks, Matt. We're really glad that you're sitting there doing the commercials.
Nice job, Matt.
Well, you know, I do what I can.
Oh, it's time for a commercial.
Oh, no, Jana already beat us to it. Yeah.
It's time for another one.
She said .bz, z, 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 z.
Yeah, it's time for another one.
All right, so
We're
I'm making sure I
behind.
don't gotta.
I don't see Larry Melton today.
You know, he's probably working on your car.
I don't think he's going to start that until he can go over with me what they're going to do. There was something he had to go over with me. So
Something he had to go over with you.
Yep.
Well, thank God for people with good hearts.
yes,
You know, and it doesn't take much to help somebody out. A little something.
yeah.
You know.
To be generous is good.
Yes.
It's good to be.
Well,
able
you
to
said
be
like
generous.
part of what you want to do, like with the with moving in out there and being able to save money and catch up on your budget. You say you want to put yourself in a position financially to be more generous.
Yeah.
So like you can say, hey, like we were talking about wood and how when you buy the wood, there might be some other tenants there that might think that it's for public use.
Yeah.
And you know, my first
Well, I
instinct.
don't know that they do, and I'm paranoid, so I tend to always go in that way of paranoia,
Tends to
like something's
overthink.
happening that's may not even be happening, though it may be happening
I
as
have
well.
I have to level them out.
So
sometimes.
I don't mean. But the thing is, that gives me a tendency to accuse or
Yeah.
to come across as accusing
and get aggravated.
because I'm suspicious all the time. I'm not conducting myself in a suspicious way, but I am suspicious of everybody else.
I loved how you said that. Not conducting myself.
Well, that's my perception of it.
Well, and
It's not good. It's not healthy.
being your best friend, I know that you overthink things.
Yeah.
Just like being my best friend,
I think
you.
paranoid is kind of the real issue, being paranoid.
Well,
is
what
not
causes the
healthy.
paranoia is overthinking it. That's the root cause of that paranoia is overthinking it. You think, because your mind, the mind runs away with it, with itself, and a lot of us have that problem.
Well, a lot of people overthink things and don't become paranoid about them.
Oh,
So I think
yeah.
paranoid thought is a particular type of thinking.
Well, I mean, that's why you got to have friends
Yeah.
that are not afraid to say, "Hey, Jay, think you might be overthinking it a little bit.
Well, it's a trust issue too.
Mm-hmm.
So it really stems, I think, from lack of trust.
Yeah.
Paranoia does.
And then, like, sometimes I'll overthink things.
Yeah.
Like you, I'll give you, for instance, yesterday, and this all has to do with pride today. I mean, really it does. It was a good topic.
Yeah.
Good job, Jay. Now, yesterday, we had Brandon Mabe and his wife, and then, my brain just, was it Megan?
I think so.
And their newest performer, Ashley, I think is
I
her
think
name.
so.
I might be getting them mixed up. But we had them on
I
here
have
yesterday.
no idea, but I'm sure you're
And
right.
I was super nervous, guys. Super nervous. Have you
Mm-hmm.
seen this show yesterday? I was like this the whole time. Yeah? Yeah?
Yeah.
Jim said he thought I was going to whack myself in the forehead with the microphone, knock myself out. I forgot to put
Oh, my.
I forgot to put a banner up. Completely forgot. I
Yeah.
was so
And then when we tried to bring your attention to it, you're like, well, we don't need that.
what?
Yeah, you don't remember saying that?
No, I don't.
We don't need it. That that theater is pretty popular. People can look it up.
Well, that's because at that point in time, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what I completely dropped
So
the ball
we'll
yesterday.
get it next week, though, and they need
Oh yeah,
that.
next week you'll have
Yeah.
pictures, contact info.
Yeah,
stuff
'cause
like
we're trying
that.
to promote them.
Yes, well we're not trying. We are promoting them.
Yeah.
And they were
We haven't
amazing,
even- what was the theater?
amazing guests.
The Bald
the
Knobbers
Knobbers Theater. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's a new theater. They've moved theaters and they've got all kinds of cool stuff
Mm-hmm. It's
added.
a new address?
Yeah.
Or is it a brand new theater?
I think it's a I don't know.
Huh.
I need to write down a bunch of questions to ask them next
Yeah.
week. But they're professional musicians, these
Yeah.
guys.
Performers.
Performers, and they're very, very, very nice people. I mean, I could see myself hanging out with them
Yeah.
and really enjoy, like on a regular basis, and really enjoying
So
myself.
you got nervous.
I got
Why?
nervous. I'm nervous now, even talking about it.
Why? You are, I can tell.
I don't know. I don't know.
I think you admire them.
I do. I absolutely do. I admire somebody that makes a living off of doing what they love to do.
Mm-hmm.
You know, being able to go out there, play music, and not just play music, but be really, really good at it.
Yeah.
And like I was saying that, like I was watching videos of what's his name, Chet Atkins and Jerry Reeves.
Mhm.
And stuff. Have you seen these guys? These are the best guitar players in the world, without a doubt. And I didn't know Jerry Reeves could play like that.
Yeah.
If Chet Atkins or Jerry Reeves were sitting here, I wouldn't be able to say a word.
Starstruck.
I mean, and so, anyways,
They're among the best, yeah.
well, you know, I used to go watch the Bald Knobbers and the Presleys and stuff when I was a kid, and you know, I really admire what they do. And then, but yesterday in the
Do you dream of stardom? And
yeah, I mean,
performing and fame?
yeah, absolutely. I would love to be able to spread the gospel like that, like they do. I would love to be able to perform at a theater show.
Mhm.
And yesterday I was talking to you about, well, I'm not attractive enough to be in theater like that, to be a star like that, right? And and you told, yeah, well, we're all guys here, so.
Yeah.
Uh,
yeah, all 15,000 of us.
And you said, you're not a bad-looking guy, Matt. I was like, well, okay. You know, and then you said, no. You said, I want you to say it. Say it out loud right now to yourself. I'm not a bad-looking guy, Jay. But the point is
Because we are our worst critics.
mm-hmm.
So you look at yourself. I mean, I looked at myself in the mirror the other day, and I was like, I got to get rid of this mirror.
It's like,
This guy's scary looking.
that seems to be
He's
the
scaring
best.
me.
That's an appropriate response. That's like throwing out the baby with the bathwater.
Well, I don't know. You should have seen the guy I was looking
It's
at.
like you throw out the baby and keep the bathwater.
Right? I scared myself. I did. I looked in the mirror and I thought, wow, that's a scary looking dude. I got to do something about this. Get rid of this mirror.
Get rid of the mirror. It makes sense. Makes
It's
sense.
outta here. I'm
This
getting rid
mirror
of it.
is not portraying my image properly. How dare it? I need to call this mirror company.
I'm going to
and
walk
tell them
away
they
from this
suck.
mirror and forget what I saw.
It's like, is
'cause
that
it
a trap mirror?
bad.
I know what it is. It's a trap mirror. That's what it is.
It's one of those trap mirrors. Oh, please don't get. Let's not get into that.
That's.
Have mercy.
Oh yeah, we won't get into that today, but
Yeah.
we'll save that for one of those days when we're really not having a good day at figuring out a subject to talk about. We're talking about pride today.
Yeah.
That's Dr.
Well,
M.
that's an issue of pride too. I think that the pride is the is the devil's work. He wants that and he promotes that. I don't think he sits there and tinkers with us personally. I think he's busy and too busy for that, and he has to work on bigger scales in ways that will affect us all. But
All right.
when you think about that trap mirror trapping demons,
Thank you, Jana.
look, if you think that you have any power over demons, you have lost your mind.
She likes
All
our
you
title.
do is invite them into your home. The God himself is the one.
We weren't going to actually talk about that today. Remember? You said, no, let's not talk about that.
Right.
So I just kind of.
So God himself and the devil have power over demons, not you. And I don't even think the devil does.
No,
I think
we
they
have-
can rebel against the devil just as God
But we
does.
have authority over demons when we accept
You don't have authority except that's given you by God.
through Jesus. You have to submit to the authority of Jesus Christ, and through Jesus we have authority over demons.
We have authority over demons. The authority that we have is God's
Jesus.
authority,
Yes.
not
yeah.
our own.
I know, but
And as soon as you think you have
what do
your
you think
own
about
authority,
this, Dr. Marty Hamilton?
you don't want to find yourself
Well, first thing
in
you
the
have to
ring alone with a demon.
No.
You're in trouble.
No, but you first have to submit to the authority of Jesus Christ and have him in your corner.
Yeah.
You have to have him standing behind you, nodding like this. Whenever you say, "Get out of here, demon," Jesus is behind you going, right? Read Ephesians.
Right. I don't think that's a place you want to be with your own authority and your own power over a demon.
What, an
He's
Ephesus?
going to. Yeah. You know what I'm saying, though?
Yeah, no, that's scary.
And thinking that you do.
Yeah. If
Right.
if you don't keep the house clean,
Well, and the one is enough to whoop you. You have no authority or power over demon except authority and power of God, of
Yeah,
Jesus
yeah.
Christ.
but we
It's
can
not
invoke
your-
that.
But it's not your own.
No, it's not.
What's that word?
It's not your own doing. You
It's-
can't do it. Jesus has to do it.
Right.
It's not
Yeah.
but it's not of your own doing. It's not of your own what do you call that? Yeah.
He does want us to take a stand.
Yes. So that's why using his name will make any demon really edgy and
Yeah.
not want to be around. That's like that song, The Name of Jesus. I didn't even count how many times we say the name of Jesus in that song.
Yeah.
But when I'm feeling oppressed by the enemy like that, I'll say the name of Jesus out loud over and over again. James 5:16. Ask anything in my name, something like that. Oh yeah, resist.
Yeah.
Resist the devil and he will flee you. So, but yeah, it's really good. Man, it's a good topic today.
Yeah.
We've got about 10 minutes before we have to get out of here. Jana said, "I'm handsome. I can go far if I try." Thank you, Jana. You're so sweet. Jana's
Well, it's like this. A good leader with authority can take on a task if he has good followers and succeed and have great success.
yeah.
But that same leader with that same skill and quality of leadership with bad followers can think pridefully that he can do a task that he can't do without the right people behind him. And that's what I'm saying about the authority over demons. If you have the wrong, you know what I mean? If you're not doing it with the right motives, you're in trouble.
Yeah.
You do not want to, on your own authority, with your own skill and power, face a demon because you're in trouble. You're going down.
Yeah,
have to
Priscilla
trust
Kemp
in
says
God.
Jesus stated that he gave us his authority over demons.
Yeah. That's my point. And
And
this-
Larry Melton just joined us. Welcome to the party, Larry. We were talking about you earlier. Were your ears burning? Anyways.
But a lot of people believe in this new spirituality with the mirrors and trapping demons. A mirror doesn't have the authority over a demon. You having the right mirror do not have the power over a demon.
no.
At the very best, a demon will submit to that false power so that it can reposition itself in the best way to hurt the most people.
Yeah.
And you will set that up, having
And bring it
faith
into your house.
in your own power and your own authority over
Yeah.
a demon. And you'll set that up, and you will be the catalyst to hurt a lot of people thinking that.
Today's topic is pride. If you're just now joining us, if I could learn how to spell topic, I don't think topic spelled with an E at the end of it, is it? That would be a top ice if that was the case, because
Right.
the E makes the vowel long. Yeah.
So I'm sorry, I got off onto the wrong subject.
Well, I tried to put it back by the wayside, but it has
I
something
mean,
to do
it
with
is-
pride.
It does have a thing to do with pride.
So,
and
yeah.
that's why it did, and it aggravates me to see that kind of thing. And that's the thing is though, I get proud too, and here I'm speaking like I have some authority
Not
in
me.
this matter when
I'm
I
super
don't.
humble.
I definitely don't want to face a demon without the power of Jesus Christ in my corner.
I like what Dr. Paul says. If it's one thing I'm most proud of, it's my humility.
Hmm.
Dr. Paul will be here in a little bit, as well as Dr. Marty Hamilton is back there in the bullpen waiting to come up here and sit at these desks and do what he does best, and that's teach us about faith, the basics of faith, which is a really, really good show, by the way. I really, everybody gets a lot out of it. Everybody that watches it, they really do feel that they get a lot out of it. So,
Yeah,
anyways,
it's good.
it's not just like it's not like just sitting up listening to a preacher either. It almost feels like one-on-one, like a tutorial, so to speak.
Well, that knowledge changes you. That knowledge of the Word of God changes you, and it puts you in a place where you belong, which that is under the authority of God with the power of His Word in your life. And that's an important place. It's an important thing to do, to submit to the Word of God and understand that it is God's authority. It's His own words.
Jana
is
says,
teaching.
if you have Jesus in your heart, you have a shield over the devil. I believe that. Well, I mean, thief's not going to come in the house whenever the strong man's in the house. So if Jesus is in your heart, he is the strongest. So,
Well, those things are symbols of God's character, though. Like a shield, once you don't invoke the word shield as though it's something you carry, what it really is Jesus. It's just describing a part of his character
right.
in a way that will symbolize something real to us. But that power of Jesus is not an actual shield that you can carry and wield without Jesus. Without Jesus, there is no shield. He
Right.
is the shield. That's
Right.
part of his character.
Right. But I mean, but still, you carry Jesus around with you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that is the shield. That's why she
Because
said,
he is in us.
if you carry Jesus in your heart, you have a shield over the devil.
Yeah,
If he's in your heart.
right.
If you carry Jesus with you, he will protect you.
Yeah,
But you got to have faith in him too.
right.
And don't think that if you're able to combat the demons, it has nothing to do with your own power.
Yeah,
It has to
it's
do with Jesus and his sacrifice, his love,
his actually being
his
in you.
authority. Yes.
His actually being there in you, with you.
Yeah.
Because without him there actually with you, you are
Although
in a
his name
bad, dangerous place.
His name does have power all its own against the enemies.
Again, that's part of him. Like, so when you say Jason, that's a name that describes me.
Right.
You know what I mean?
But still, there's power in his name.
Yeah.
Like, in order to get he says himself, like you said, was it in James? Yeah, where he says, ask anything in my name. Is that the one? Matthew 24. Ask anything in my name, anything in my name, and you'll get it. But it has to be, you have to believe in him for that, though.
Yeah.
It's- you got to know. Just like someone could use your name out there somewhere trying to get something having to do with something to do with this or whatever. But if they've never met you, it's not going to work.
Right. And still, though, the name is believing in who he is. The who he is, we only know through his word. What teaches and describes who he is, and believing in who he is and all that comes with the name. You can't just say a name without believing in the name's representation, who it represents. And there are a lot of people named Jesus in the world. So that name can mean absolutely nothing. But when you know that Jesus, the Christ, the Son of God, the character and who that actually is, that's what we believe in.
All right. Well, it's time for us to get out of here. Good show today, Jay.
Yes.
Good show today, everybody. Thank you for all your comments. She says 9 minutes, guys. That was a bit ago.
What did we do?
Remember, today's show
Well,
is
I
brought
don't
to you by naturalsolutionstore.bz and axemediagroup.com. Go on there, check it out. There's also a way that you can help us out. You can donate There's a donate button. You can do it monthly or a one-time donation. No donation is too small. No donation is too big.
Yes.
And
That's right.
so anyways, we'll be back on Monday. Same time, same channel. Be sure and tune in next for the Basics of Faith with Dr. M, a.k.a. Marty Hamilton. It's going to be fun. And then Dr. Paul Collins and his wife Nancy coming up after that with the Happy Hour. So until then, my friends, God bless you and keep you. We love you. My name is Matt.
My name is Jay.
And this has been
The Morning Drive.